we'll demonstrate how to initialize and access object attributes. For this demonstration, we've created a project which can be accessed from the Package Explorer panel. The first task is to create a class. To do so, we'll right-click on the package located under the folder SRC, select the option New, followed by Class. We'll name the class as Customer and click Finish to launch it in the Editor panel. Having created the class, the next task is to declare a few attributes. So in line 4, we'll specify int, followed by cust ID. In line 5, we'll specify string, followed by customer name. Then, in line 6, we'll take an attribute of the type array and with the title product names. We've declared 3 different attributes for the class customer that we just created. The next task is to initialize the attributes. And to do that, we can use a constructor. Aside from using a constructor, we can also specify default values while defining and declaring the attributes. Such approach is discouraged if every object is going to have attributes with different values. In our case, we'll create a simple method instead of using a constructor. So in line 8, we'll specify public void with the method setValues and pass 3 different arguments. We have to ensure that there's no typo with the method. We'll pass 3 different arguments, where each argument will be used to initialize the appropriate object attributes. We'll pass CID, which will be of the type integer, string CNAME followed by an array, for which we'll specify string P names. We'll add opening and closing curly braces to provide a boundary of execution for the method. The method setValues will take the responsibility of initializing the values of the attribute for the class. In line 10, we'll specify cust ID, which is an actual object attribute, and we'll initialize it with CID. Next, in line 11, we'll specify the second attribute, customer name, and initialize it with CNAME. Finally, in line 12, we'll specify product names and initialize it with P names. Initialization is now completed. The next task is to define another method to display the value of the attributes. So in line 15, we'll use public void, followed by the method dispValues. In line 18, we'll use print statement to print and display the values of the attributes. In this statement, we'll pass cust ID, the first attribute. We have to do the same in line 19 for the attribute customer name. For the third attribute, which is an array, we'll need to use a for loop in order to print the values of the array.